guys, how are you guys all doing today? So I'm gonna talk to you guys about my one and only psychic experience. Yes, I actually went to see a psychic. Can you believe it? No, I didn't catch a cold. I just had some sniffles. I was sneezing, so I sound like this for some reason. Anyway, I went to see a famous psychic back in, I think it was maybe 2002, because I got divorced around 2000, so it was maybe a little bit after that, like in my early 30s. See, the famous psychic, a lot of you know, those of you here in Hawaii know, her name is Lan Vo, or Lan Vo. And I think it's Fu though, Lan Vo. She's over in Nu'uanu, right? And she's still taking appointments, I think. So I will share with you a little bit about her. The reason I'm sharing is because I thought she was pretty interesting. One of my girlfriends, she's gone to see Lan several times, and she really enjoys going to see her. For me, on the other hand, I get kind of spooked. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I will tell you, before I went to see Lan Vo, we went because one of my girlfriends had a really heartbreaking, she broke up and she was really heartbroken. She needed some answers, you know, some direction. And so she asked me to go with her. And back then, you know, Lan Vo was busy, but not as busy as she got later. She was so popular. But anyway, when we went in, we had to make an appointment. I think it was about $60 to $80. So we went. And oh God, this thing sounds awful. Lan Vo is located, like if you're driving going towards the Pali, she's on the right hand side, just FYI. So we went, and it was about $60 to $80. And of course, you know, I've never been to a psychic before. You hear about it, you read about it. So I Googled, what kind of things do you ask the psychic, right? And then what I thought was really interesting is the tips before seeing a psychic is, say if they tell you something that you didn't want, you can ask that person, what can I do to avoid it, right? And if it's something you want, you can ask, what do you do to get there? Something like that. So anyway, I went, and it's so interesting when you go there. There's many people there, okay? And they have notepads, they're writing their notes. Some people came out, they write down whatever she told them that they can remember. You can't really take recording devices from, I don't think so, I didn't. When it was my turn, I thought was really interesting. When you go, actually let me tell you about my friends first before we go into mine. My girlfriend was told back then, remember we're like in our early 30s, Lan saw in her vision that she was gonna live in a place that had stairs going up, okay? That was one, stairs. And she's like a Vietnamese lady, so she has a really strong accent. So anyway, she had told my girlfriend that she was going to meet a man who rode a motorcycle. Okay, she saw a motorcycle and she saw stairs, and I can't remember much, but those are the two things that she had said. My girlfriend went and bought a house later that had these stairs going upstairs. She rented the whole upstairs out and she lived downstairs. And then she ended up with a motorcycle cop. So it was kind of interesting, yeah. A guy who rode a motorcycle. We didn't even know who he was before we went to Lan Vo. One of my other girlfriends, sorry. I'll tell you their story before I tell you mine. So one of my other girlfriends, she had told me that Lan had told her, I see happy face. And that means my girlfriend, one of them, she had a tummy tuck. But Lan Vo knew that she had a scar where that tummy tuck was, which I thought that was interesting. So anyway, for me, when I went, I was only in my early 30s, and my ex and I, even though we got divorced, we ended up in court again for some other stuff. So anyway, when I went, what she does is you sit down, okay? And she has like a deck of cards, and you have to cut the deck of cards. Then she flips the cards. So she had said, who has green truck? Oh, who drive green truck? And so I was kind of shocked. Like, green truck? How did she know about a green truck? I mean, how many people own a green truck? My ex-husband owned a bright green Toyota Tacoma truck. Yes, a bright green. It's a really rare color. And she said, oh, who drive big green truck? And I said, oh. She goes, oh, he really mad, really mad at you. Well, I already knew who she was talking about. And I said, yeah. And I said, is he gonna win? And she goes, no, he's not gonna win. She goes, he really mad at you, but later on, it's going to be okay. So I was like, oh, okay. And so I was really nervous, and she told me the girl that he was with now, not the girl that caused this problem, but the woman that he was with, that she's a good woman. I don't have to worry, she'll be good to my kids. So I was like, oh, okay. And he wasn't married to her or anything yet at that time. But the fact she said that put me at peace. And she told me I was going to have a daughter. Okay, she told me I was going to have a daughter. And I was like, a daughter? So anyway, I'll go through all that. She said I was going to have a daughter. She said that one of my boys is going to break his arm. And one of my sons was going to break his arm. So I asked her if I was going to get married again. And she said yes. So I pulled that internet question thing, right? So I said, well, have I met him yet? She said, you met... So she said there would be 5 people. 5 people. So I guess one of the 5 that I'm going to get married to one of them. So I said, did I meet the person? And she said, you met 3 out of the 5, but I didn't meet the 2. So I was really confused. So I was like, okay, so you get confused and you want to know, right? So I said, okay, have I, so I said, she said, I met 3 out of the 5. Then I said, are they younger or older? And she said that I would marry someone younger. And tall or short? She said, he's tall. I said, would I marry someone who's Asian? And she said, no, he's gonna be Caucasian. I said, oh, okay. And she said, he's very tall, Asian, very tall guy, and he has tattoo on his back, is what she said. I was like, I knew one guy at that time, but his tattoo he had on his backpack, not just tattoo on his back. And I didn't kind of see that. So she said, one was a lawyer, one was a fireman. She said, fireman, I've known him a long time. He will love me till the day we die. We'll always be good friends. That's what she said, the fireman. But that was, I think, because the fireman and I, my good friend, Michael and I, he's a fireman, we have a really close bond. We've never really been a couple or anything like that, but we're really close. And it's because we both went through some hard times. So, and we were both supportive of each other during the hard time we both were going through with other people. So we became really close from that time, way, like, as soon as I got divorced, like in 2000. So anyway, he was one of them. She said was a fireman. There was a construction guy. I know which guy she's talking about, but he was no good for me. Then so construction, lawyer, and was a fireman, and 2 other guys I never met, she said. So I said, okay. And I said, is he Asian? And she said, no. So she said he'd be tall, young, with a tattoo on his back. I'm like, oh, okay. And she said also that, so again, I was gonna have a daughter, she said. She said that my son was gonna break his arm. She said that, she said that the guy that I was dating at the time was married. And I didn't know that. She told me that. And then I snooped a little bit in the conversation, and yeah, he was married. And shocked, she told me right off the bat. She said that, oh, it's not gonna work out with you and this guy that he's married and stuff like that. But he really cared about you, but it wasn't really gonna go anywhere. So I was shocked that she knew all that stuff. And she said that I would always look 20 years younger. Don't know if that's true, because, you know, when someone tells you something good like that, you don't always follow through, right? I might have shifted things. She also said that I was gonna lose 20 pounds. This 2020 thing, I don't know. So I'm still waiting to lose the 20 pounds. That didn't happen yet. She did say that I'll never have to worry about money, but she never said I was gonna be rich. Oh, and by the way, I asked her, so out of the 5 guys, how would I know which one? You know, she told me, pick the guy who has the most money. How are you supposed to pick someone who you think has the most money? How do you even know if they even have money? How does a girl know when a guy has money? There's a lot of guys who pretend who have money, who don't have money, or guys who buy nice things who don't really have money because they just keep buying nice things. It was really, really confusing, but you know, when she's telling you these things, you're just trying to grab as much information as you can. She did tell me that my mom was gonna die in 2 years. This was in my early 30s, so I was really scared, okay? And so, because she told me that my mom was gonna die in 2 years or so. So she also told me a relative close to us was gonna die that year. And I went late November, early December. So I had less than 30 days before this year was over. So that was kind of scary. So anyway, she said that, and she said that that my family was gonna be okay, right? So anyway, the mom thing just made me so scared that she said that my mom, you know, that she was gonna die, and that a relative, you know, she said my brother was gonna be fine. Right. But I will say what did come true was about the relationship part and stuff, because remember, I was only like 30, early 30s, and I met Brian when I was like 36. And I didn't think anything of it, you know, but then little things like when I met Brian, Brian was tall, young, and he had a tattoo on his back. But I didn't do it because of it, but it bothered me because of the things she said. That's why I think, you know, going to see a psychic, I think, can be a good thing and a bad thing, because it makes you think about it all the time. You know, I start thinking about it all the time. I dated a guy once who had a daughter, and I just start panicking because he had a daughter, because I'm not sure if I wanted a daughter. I didn't know what to think. But then what I think happened is down the road, my ex-husband had gotten married, and they had a daughter. So I think that's the girl that she saw, because I actually was really entertained by her, the sweet, my boy's half-sister. Her name is Tehana. And I really liked her a lot. I mean, I still like her. I just love her a lot. She's just the sweetest little thing. Tehana's the sweetest thing. And so I kind of think that's who the psychic saw, was Tehana. And then when the psychic said, oh, your son is going to break his arm, the funny thing is, when I started dating Brian, he had a son who lived in North Carolina, and we had him come live with us for like a year. And he came, and in the first week he was here, he broke his arm on a skateboard at the skate park right down the street. He broke his arm. So you get what I'm saying? She may say something, but it's not directed to that. But you kind of have to read around this. So I think, I could be wrong, but I think that the girl that she saw, the daughter, was my ex's daughter. And then the boy that broke his arm, the one she said was my son, was my stepson. Yeah. So I thought that was completely interesting. I mean, I was just in shock. Really, really shocked. But yeah, that's what she said. So do I regret? A little bit going to a psychic, because I kept thinking about it. But on another note, what did happen was, okay, so she said that I was going to lose a family member by the end of that year, right? And we did. I came home, and oh, she did tell me that be careful, because my mom is a little bit psychic, is what she said. So of course that freaked me out. So then when I came home, I had to watch, make sure she doesn't see it in my face, that she just told me that you're going to die like in 2 years, Mom. So I came home really paranoid. I didn't know what to do. I told Shinichi, you know, it's just so horrible. So I planned a mother and daughter trip, you know, right away. And I took my mom to Vegas, and we went, just both of us. God, that was such a long trip. She was absolutely miserable being with me the entire trip. But we did it. And I think because Lan Vo said that, I put in more effort. I think my brother did too. We both were really scared that she was gonna pass in 2 years. We did everything we could to keep her company, be by her side. You know, I guess we just didn't take as much notice as we did after I was told that. And yeah, I actually think that, I think my brother and I both agree that we think that that has how it extended my mom's life. I mean, my mom is now, gosh, that was like 20 years ago. 20 years ago almost, right? God, sad, that's 20 years ago that I went to the psychic. And look, my mom is much, much more energetic and happier. So I think that was, that part in a way was good because it was a sign maybe to wake my brother and I up, like, you know, your mom, you gotta pay attention and be in her life and give her some gusto, you know. So I think that that helped a lot, definitely. The thing about the family member that was so scary is, you know, when I came home, I was so scared for my mom to read on my face, right, that I was just told that she was gonna pass in 2 years. So I had told her a little bit what the psychic said, and I had told her, oh, you know what, they said that one of our family member might die this year. Remember, it was December already. And then my mom told me maybe 2 weeks later that she was so surprised with what I had said when I came home. And of course, I don't look at my mom in the face because I'm scared that she might read me. So I said, why? And she said, because my uncle was sick in the hospital at the time. I told her. I said, oh. And that's my mom's brother-in-law, and he had died before Christmas. So yeah, he died just like the psychic said. So I think my mom took 2 steps back because we were kind of shocked that she had told us that, and me telling my mom made her go, how does my daughter know? So I guess you can look at it however you want, but I will say one thing about seeing a psychic, what's hard is you hold on to the things that they say, you know. I mean, my girlfriend, one of them, she goes back all the time. You know, she asks all kinds of questions and gets answers, good and bad. You know, for me, I'm glad I went that one time because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have made more effort for my mother. On the other hand, it has stuck in my head, you know, like say if I was gonna lose 20 pounds, maybe I sabotaged it because I kept thinking I was gonna lose 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if I can ruin it, change it, you know. I'm sure you can. You can change it, or as long as you go there, I think, with an open mind. And I honestly think Lan Vo is legit because I've had friends who went, co-workers, and they had, some of them, Lan couldn't read them, but she gave them their money back saying, I'm sorry, I can't read you, which I think is amazing. She could have made up some BS, but there are people that tell me that she said she couldn't read them. Yeah. But other than that, I think it was good to go once, especially the unknown. Yeah. I think she's a lot more now. I think she's $100-something now. And you got to make an appointment like 6 months in advance. There are people lined up. They come from all over the world to come and see Lan Vo, and they come with notepads and pens. You see businessmen. You can do waitlisting. Sometimes you waitlist all day. My girlfriend, she does the waitlist, and it kind of works out for her. Sometimes she has to wait till afternoon, but she puts her name in first thing in the morning or something. She'll get a call maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They do recommend that you see her in the morning though, because she's more wide awake and she gets kind of tired by afternoon. Yeah. And I think she's clairvoyant. Is that what you call it? Clairvoyant? Yes, Lan is. And it's interesting because when she talks, she kind of looks like this. And she goes, who's the... And then she'll blurt it out. So it's interesting. So, yeah. So you guys, if you do decide to go to a psychic, I guess go with an open mind, right? Have your questions written down if they do go by questions. Of course, like Lan, she spit some things out, but she did ask if I had any questions. So you can, like if you wanted to know about, you know, your future, And my girlfriend who goes to see Lan every so often, throughout the 20 years, 10 years ago, she asked Lan, this is my girlfriend, Niki. This is her birthday today. Is there something I can tell her? And she said she looked at my picture, and again, she said, no, she's gonna get married one day and she's gonna have a house. Yeah, that's one thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did ask Lan Vo if I was gonna get a house. So that was kind of important for me. Yeah, and she said I was. So yeah, very important. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I was all over the place. Lan Vo, to me, she's legit. But it's hard to get an appointment, and it is a little bit pricey. But so is everything else, yeah. Price has gone up everywhere. It's been a long time. I will say she was on the ball with me. So if you do go to see a psychic, I highly recommend her here in Hawaii. I'm sure there's others, but check her out. Check her out. I'll put her link at the bottom, you know, her website. So in case you guys do look at it, stuff like that. You don't have to say I sent her, that I sent you or anything like that. I'm sure she knows because she's psychic, right? Just kidding. Ooh, we're not gonna get bachi. So anyway, guys, my little pineapple man. Do you guys like this? I'm trying to make a little spiritual area, a nice sitting area for me to talk story with you. I have to get curtains here. Curtains. I changed this sofa bed I had, and I bought this memory foam bed at Amazon. No, not Amazon, at Sam's Club. I love it. This is that great 14-inch bed at, there's no springs. It's all memory foam from Sam's Club. It's awesome. So this is in my little guest room / office. And Kuma can lay right here. So anyway, guys, sorry I talk up a storm. I'm gonna do some more talking videos because I just can't just be eating all the time. Been doing a little bit more exercising and stuff like that. So anywho, I will talk to you guys later. Okay, and so don't forget, we have to keep positive as much as possible. Okay. Oh, and those of you asking me about my job journey, by the way, I decided that I'm going to look for a job in January. Just going to take the rest of the year off, you know, and hopefully enjoy my time with my mother-in-law, who should be coming in December, things like that, and spend time with my mom before she hopefully can go to Japan in the spring. By the way, Shinichi's mom says she wants to go for 6 months. It's half a year. I'm so happy for you. She's ready to strangle me now, so she really needs to go to Japan. I mean, it's the point, Shinichi, where I just look at her, she give me an eye. I mean, like if I go to the store with Taylor, she'd be like, she's not talking to me for the whole day. So she's at her peak with me. Okay, she's at her peak. Those of you guys don't understand, my mom and I, we're not like this. We're like this now because we have to, but we usually like this. We clash. She's way better off with my brother. They get along so much better. I'm the third wheel in that group. Okay, so we all hope. Let's all pray. Everything's good, and she's going to go to Japan in the spring. It's too cold in the winter. I tried to convince her. I tried to tell her to go, but nope, does she want to go? Nope, she don't want to go. So now I have to just wing it till spring, and then she's gonna go for 6 months. But I don't know who's gonna watch my Kuma. I'll be kind of sad. So anyway, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. Okay, you guys be good again for the 500th time. All right, and don't forget, guys, don't forget to support me. Give me a like, and don't forget, those of you who haven't, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, all right, gotta get up there. So you know, we will talk more. Okay, all right.